Hello and welcome to what is hopefully the first of many of the practice room sessions. We're here with Hart Olea, or Grant Caulfield as I know him, in his practice room, which is his actual room, but as a solo singer that's where he would practice. So, without further ado, who in terms of songwriting would you say your influence is?
Well, my influences for songwriting is kind of a strange thing because I wouldn't really say I kind of heard some artists and then decided to go songwrite. It's more that I used to, I was listening to Jimmy Page, and once I heard No Quarter I wanted to play guitar, and then through that I went through bands in high school as everyone does, and then once that kind of collapsed after doing metal bands, I started playing acoustic stuff, and then it went from there. I started actually listening to acoustic artists because of my trying to get into the thing, and just came across some really good singer-songwriters, I guess, like Damon Rice and Bon Iver and stuff like that. But
alright, cool. Okay. So a lot of people when they're writing songs have an idea and then they try and build on this idea. So how do you develop your ideas after you get them?
I develop them, I start with the guitar part, usually because I think it's, for me it's establishing the mood of the song. I think from when I write a song it's usually to do with the current events, so I take the feeling that I have at that point, try and portray that through the sound itself of the guitar, and then that usually helps me come up with a melody that also works with that, and then the lyrics. So I do guitar melody lyrics.
Okay, cool. So when you're writing songs, do you find it easier to write a song from one time to another, depending on what mood you're in, or
even what place? Yeah, I think that's cool. Yes, because obviously if something's just happened, I actually quite like to write the music when I feel strongly about it. But I do remember that Joe Mango, when she came and spoke to my class at uni, she talked about how she always liked to wait till things had settled, the dust had settled, or whatever she felt about it, and then look at it objectively. But I personally think it's much better from the time. But I've also experienced it, like the bridge song I wrote when I was in my room in halls. It was the very first time I moved into a hall of residence at university, and I was sitting in my room. I didn't have a computer or anything, didn't know anyone there because I'd moved in too early, and I was just dead, and I was just staring at a wall for like hours and hours, literally hours and hours, and maybe making food every so often. And I just totally sat down with my guitar, and it just pure came out of my head, the whole song, just like there and then. But I wouldn't say that's a common thing.
Mm-hmm. So, Grant, do you think that that people should know what an artist's songs mean to, in terms of subject matter or to the artist?
I think it's cool. It definitely is interesting to find out what an artist did mean by a song, but I think one is in itself subjective, but I think that a lot of people are too scared to or maybe too embarrassed or too shy, or maybe they're uncomfortable with the idea of drawing their own meaning from a song, which I think if you can, then it's a cool thing to do. Also, I think a lot of artists do write some of the stuff to be open to interpretation. I think that's one of the biggest things about art in general, is things being open to interpretation. Maybe they're not sometimes. I think some songs can be pretty blunt and you get it, but that's why you listen to Bon Iver and it's like, what did that mean? But it's still really, really good, and some things speak to you like you don't know why that line spoke to you. It's not blatant, and that's a good thing. But I guess you do get songs that pretty much explain themselves and live equally as...
Okay,